Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. 49ers named top trade suitor for Cowboys' new signing, former number 3 overall pick. In March of 2025, the Dallas Cowboys signed veteran pass rusher Dante Fowler Jr. to a one-year, $8 million contract. The move came as the Cowboys, under new defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, looked to bolster their defensive front, with Fowler presumably expected to be a key contributor. One analyst thinks Fowler could wind up being a trade chip, however, and named the San Francisco 49ers as a top potential suitor. Noting the Niners ranked near the bottom of the NFL in edge rusher pressures last year and could use Fowler in a situational role, Pro Football Network Sterling Seau listed Fowler as the Cowboys' top trade candidate. With young edge rusher Sam Williams and Marshawn Kneeland behind him, it wouldn't be surprising to see Fowler fall back into his usual designated pass rusher role, Seau wrote on April 18. While the Cowboys could use help there, it's easy to imagine Fowler becoming a tradable asset if Dallas gets development from its young pass rushers, and potentially adds to the position group in the draft. Is Fowler a player San Francisco might take a flyer on if he becomes available? Let's discuss. Fowler Jr.'s NFL journey began when the Jacksonville Jaguars selected him 3rd overall in the 2015 NFL Draft. Unfortunately, his rookie season was derailed by an ACL tear during his first minicamp. He returned the following year, finishing with 4.0 sacks, 11 quarterback hits and 6 tackles for loss in his debut season. Fowler's best year came in 2019 with the Los Angeles Rams, where he recorded career highs in sacks, 11.5, tackles, 58, TFLs, 16, and QB hits, 16. Subsequent stints with the Atlanta Falcons and Cowboys saw him utilized primarily as a rotational edge rusher. In 2024, Fowler signed with the Washington Commanders, reuniting with former Cowboys DC Dan Quinn. He delivered a standout season, netting 10.5 sacks, 38 tackles and a 67-yard interception return for a touchdown. Considering he's coming off one of the best seasons of his 9-year career, it seems odd that the Cowboys would trade him, but let's play along with Seau's scenario. If the Cowboys do use him as a trade chip, should San Francisco bite? The 49ers, having rehired Robert Saleh as their defensive coordinator, are looking to revamp a defense that struggled mightily in 2024. Fowler's skill set aligns well with Saleh's aggressive 4-3 scheme, particularly in the strong side linebacker role, which requires a dominant pass rusher. Thus, he'd be a solid scheme fit. Additionally, Fowler's one-year deal is a plus in that it would give the Cowboys flexibility to explore trade options that could yield future draft capital. For the 49ers, adding Fowler would address their need for a dynamic edge rusher opposite Nick Bosa. Fowler's experience and proven production could provide a boost to a defense aiming to return to its former dominance under Saleh. There's no doubt he could be a valuable asset. With a $10.5 million deal, he'd also be an affordable option at pass rusher. The primary question is whether the Cowboys view him the way Seau believes they might. If so, he'd be an intriguing option. If Dallas drafts another defensive lineman, it may be a situation worth monitoring. Stay tuned. Cowboys' Micah Parsons sends clear message after Cooper Flagg's NBA draft decision. It looks like Cooper Flagg has a fan in Dallas Cowboys star Micah Parsons. On Monday, Flagg announced his decision to enter the NBA draft amid some concerns that he would go back to the Duke Blue Devils for another year. In a video he shared on social media, Flagg thanked Duke fans and his teammates, emphasizing that his lone year with the Blue Devils was probably the best year of his life. The 18-year-old also emphasized that he will always remember the brotherhood that he shared with Duke. Duke has always been a dream for me, but I'm excited to announce that I'll be entering my name into the 2025 NBA draft, Flagg stated. Sure enough, Cooper Flagg's announcement drew plenty of reactions, with fans, teammates, and several personalities praising and showing him plenty of love. His teammate, Common Maluak, wrote, "Cooper Flag my brother." Meanwhile, renowned shooting coach Lethal Shooter commented, "Proud of you." Flag's fellow Duke teammate, Con Newpel, who also declared for the NBA draft, added, "Let's go brother." As for Micah Parsons, he made his opinion of Flag clear, as he called him a Duke legend. For what it's worth, Parsons is a huge Duke fan and has never shied away from showing his support for the team. With that said, he has also been vocal about his admiration for Flag. In fact, when the Blue Devils failed to advance to the 2025 national championship game, Parsons posted on social media saying that he hasn't been this sad in a long time. Now that Flag is heading to the NBA, it sure looks like Parsons will continue to cheer for him. Cowboys linked to trade for Pro Bowl RB in bizarre way. The Dallas Cowboys' search for a starting running back will lead them to the NFL draft and the opening rounds. With Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, Deuce Vaughn, and Malik Davis on the roster, the consensus is that the Cowboys will look to round out the group with a young back in the draft. Exactly who is unknown, with a host of viable options, but maybe the franchise might not need to invest in a running back in the draft. Pro Football Network, in naming a trade candidate for every team, has Chicago Bears running back DeAndre Swift as the NFC North's pick, and named Dallas a potential landing spot. The Steelers and Cowboys are also teams that could use more running back depth and lean on more zone runs, which has been a better scheme fit for Swift in his career, Pro Football Network writes. The move is good in theory, but when we delve a little deeper, it doesn't make much sense for both Chicago and Dallas. First, Swift signed a 3-year deal last offseason, and he performed reasonably well, rushing for 959 yards and 6 touchdowns, so it wouldn't make too much sense to move on after 1 year. Plus, if he were traded before June 1st, the Bears would have a little over $6.6 million in cap savings and $2 million in dead money. After June 1st, the Bears would get $8 million in savings and only have $1.3 million in dead money per over the cap. So, it is really neither here nor there for the Bears. As for Dallas, Swift has a $7.3 million salary in 2025. Would the Cowboys pay that instead of a rookie running back? Likely not. Given that Williams and Sanders are already on the roster, the Cowboys aren't likely to add another older back, particularly with such a deep running back class. Plus, Dallas won't want to part ways with draft capital at a time when it's desperately needed. Swift's potential fit for Dallas is interesting, but the timing and DeAndre's 2025 contract couldn't be worse. Which makes this rather bizarre potential move an easy one to pass on. And you fan? What do you think about DeAndre Swift's situation? Write to us in the comments.